Good afternoon, everyone. How y'all doing? It is a gorgeous day outside, let me tell you. It's a little chilly, but still yet gorgeous. Down here in the south, I like to call it no bug weather because as soon as the temperature rises, every bug known to man is on your neck. You can't enjoy it outside, for real. um, Today, what I'm going to make is something called pasta fagioli. It's an Italian soup, basically, bean soup. But it's delicious. It's hearty. It's filling. If you guys have gone to Olive Garden, they offer the soup and salad with your meal. Pasta fagioli is one of the soups that they offer. It is quite simple to make, actually. I mean, you'll see a lot of ingredients here. You're going to see the tomato sauce, the cannellini beans, salt, pepper. You have your garlic right there. You have ground beef. Some people use sausage. It is what it is. You have your thyme, olive oil, red crushed pepper flakes, your ditalini pasta, chicken broth, your onions, your bell pepper, your green and your orange bell pepper. You have your celery, your carrots. You're going to need all this. It might seem like a lot, but you will need it, okay? All right, you guys, first thing first, you want to have some olive oil in the bottom of a nice pot. You want to add your onions, your celery, and your carrots in first because those are the tougher vegetables that you're going to be dealing with. You want to soften those up, okay? You want to stir that around in your pot. 5-7 minutes, you'll be able to tell when the stuff starts getting, soft, broken down a little bit for you. It's going to make your dish so much easier and easier to chew, and you don't want any hard pieces of celery and carrots, big giant pieces or whatever, so you want to soften it up a little bit, all right? Now with me, I like my thing a little spicy, all right? Not too spicy, but just a little. So what I've added is some red crushed pepper flakes, all right? You want to stir that in, get that down in there. When that hot oil hits that pepper flakes, oh man, it's going to release, the flavors of the pepper into your dish. Works out really well. You only need about, I say, a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half, okay? If you like it muy caliente, then add more. Feel free. But teaspoon to teaspoon and a half, that makes the dish enjoyable for everyone. Everyone can actually eat it, all right? All right, you guys, to that I've added a tablespoon and a half of the thyme, okay? It's not a lot, trust me. It might sound like a lot, but it's not. You don't use a lot of, seasonings or whatever in this dish. You use the thyme. Some people use thyme and rosemary. That works really well together. I'm not the biggest fan of rosemary, but I love thyme. All right, so let's keep going. As you can see now, I've added my orange bell pepper and my green bell pepper. And let that go ahead and incorporate, get softened. Yes, this is smelling amazing, I'm telling you. I might have to have a sweepstakes to see who wins and gets invited to Casa del Jones and get to, sample some of what I do here, But, let me tell y'all, sooner or later, me and a partner of mine, Johnny, might be doing something for y'all. We both kind of nice in the kitchen, nice on the grill. Stay tuned for that. We definitely want to keep you all apprised of what's going on. You got to work out the particulars and see what happens. Keep stirring that around. Let that cook for a little while. It is looking good. This thing is working. I've went ahead and added my garlic to it. You always want to add your garlic last, like I've told you, because it will burn. It will burn if you go ahead and add it with like your onions, and the bell peppers or whatever at the same time. It's going to burn. So remember that. Add your garlic last. For my sister and mother always talking about you ain't getting enough vegetables. Well, guess what? That's a lot of vegetables right there, you know? It is what it is. It's gonna be good. Keep stirring that around. Make sure you let anything burn. Y'all know what I tell you about Ruby Jones. Ruby Jones, if you burn something, you know, it's a waste of money. Might as well throw the money in the trash. Alright, you guys, I went ahead and added 2 pounds of ground chuck. I used the 85-15. You need a little bit of fat. You know, that's going to help, you know, with the dish. It works out for you. You add to the flavor, all right? You don't want to go overboard, you know, but 85-15, it's going to work, all right? Stir it around. This part right here is going to take a while. You want it to cook down, okay? Break that meat up as you're stirring. You don't want any really big chunks of it. Keep it on a medium heat. I actually put mine on 4.5, and it works out. All of the ingredients will be in the description. Alright. Now we're going to let this do what it do. Let me check back with it. This thing is looking good and smelling even better. I promise you. Whew. Some people like to use their pasta fagioli, you know, make it like this, you know. I'm one of those people that actually like to put a little cheese into my mix. So yes, when this dish is nearly complete, I will be adding a little parmesan or reggiano to it. I always grate my stuff up fresh, you know, unless, you know, I can't. But more than likely, I'm going to have it fresh. It just tastes better. You know, take the time to put a little extra effort into it, and it pays off. The taste is just that much better. I promise you. Yes. Okay, you guys, what I've done is added a can of tomato sauce. It's going to give you that tomato flavor and everything you need for the soup. Alright? It smells amazing in this house. I'm telling you. Stir it around. And you know, it's going to really depend on how big of a pot you're making. You might very well start out with one, but according to how much meat you add, how much pasta you like. I'm a person who like a lot of pasta inside my pasta fagioli, okay? I like a lot of pasta. I like a lot of, you know, the cannellini beans as well. So sometimes I will add another can of tomato sauce, and it looks like that might be that type of night. Alright? Alright, you guys, what I've done is added 1 container of the chicken broth. I added another, you know, can of my tomato sauce as well. Okay, you want to let this come to a low boil, and at that point you want to go ahead and add your cannellini beans. You want to go ahead and add those. Make sure they are rinsed off, because when you open that can up, they have their own packing liquid type thing they add. You don't want that. So go ahead and rinse that, you know, strain it, have it in the sink waiting to be added. The last thing you want to add to this dish will be a pasta, because you don't want your pasta to be mushy. Okay, let this come to a low boil, and we'll check out what we're working with. All right. Okay, I went ahead and added my beans to this pot. Oh, I'm telling you, it's getting closer to the moment we all been waiting for. When I get to put that pasta in here, let it cook, add my cheese, sit down with a bowl of this, for real. There we go. Let this go to a low boil, then we'll go ahead and add the pasta. Yes, y'all. Oh, boy, I can't wait. Went ahead and add that pasta. And like I told you earlier, I like a lot of pasta, I like a lot of beans. I have 3 cans of the cannellini in here. And I went ahead and added a 1 pound box of the pasta. Alright? This pasta will swell up. Okay? So with that being said, make sure you got a little extra broth somewhere laying around, because according to how you like it, if you like your stuff a little, you know, loose, you know, a little soupy, you know, then okay, you need to add more. If not, stick with what you got here. Let this go ahead and cook down. I did add a little bit of the you know, black pepper to this. Okay, And if you notice, I didn't put salt because when you're going to put your cheese in here, that cheese has enough salt, okay? You don't want to overdo it, you know. There you go. This is going to be, like the young people say, fire. That's a pretty pot right there, you guys. That thing is beautiful. And I haven't even added the cheese yet. Whew. When I add this cheese, that takes it up a level. I promise you. Now, I do know that some people will add butter to their dish. I don't. I have. The first time I actually made it, I did put butter in it. There's no need, actually. So, I just kind of omit the butter and work with what I've shown you guys. You know, my cousin Tom may be happy to hear that. He's like, yo, with that heart of yours, you don't need no butter. Appreciate your love, because that thing smells amazing. Ooh, it's going to be something. All you're missing is like a nice piece of bread with this, you know. Then you're really doing boss things, you know. You know, I'm that person that if I go to a restaurant and I order something and I feel like I can make it better, I go home and I won't stop until I've mastered it. That's just what it is with me. Uber competitive, you know. It is what it is. When you have this dish, that you know as well, this actually freezes really, really well. Okay, you can put it in a freezer bag, put it in your freezer for months. I'm telling you, when you take it out, throw it out, heat it back up, tastes like you just made it. So you don't have to be concerned with that. You don't have to be concerned with making too much. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All right, you guys, as you see, I have added my cheese. You know, add as much as you want. It's up to you. I like to start off with a 1/4 cup and go from there. You know, according to taste. Everything's according to taste here. And it changes the color of the sauce and everything. It really lightens it up. Adds a whole nother dimension to this. I know some people will add their cheese, you know, once they make themselves a bowl of this, they'll put a little cheese on the top. For me, it tastes a whole lot better when you cook it into it. All right, try it this way, and you'll see what I'm talking about. A whole lot of cheesy goodness going on in this pot. In this household, people seem to like cheese, you know. As you guys can see, it's percolating, it's doing its thing. Whew, something amazing here. So right about now, you're gonna let it cook down. You know, you're gonna reduce your heat and let it cook down. Give it about another, 5-10 minutes on the stove, and let it cool. Be ready to plate. Okay, you guys. Okay, hey, you guys. This is the finished product right here. I can't wait to dig in. If you guys like what you see, what I'm doing, please make sure you subscribe, share, like, Let me know how you feel in the comments. But it's time to dig in. Till next time, be safe, you guys.